cold morning today. Fish are still sat at 23. The one on my last video, the black and black and white one with a little that's going downhill fast at the moment. I don't actually know what to do, because what I have done is I've cleaned it up. I've put PP, like diluted it very slightly. So what I was told is a few people were saying that that's like the best way to just kill all the bacteria dead and basically start again. I've done that. I don't know whether I need to do it again and just use the crystals. I've literally got a little bit of the granules and I put a little bit of water and I might have diluted it a bit too much. But what it seems to be doing, swimming around in the day now, and then come basically it's just not acting normal. So like all the rest is swimming around fine, and that one will sit half cocked, and for an hour or two it'll be fine, and then afterwards it'll just sit back being cocked up again. I got it out and I'll put a little picture in now of what it looked like. So yeah, but anywho's, I'm saw in hand, I'm gonna crack on down there. So basically here I was going to do a grow on, worked out the prices for the outline of it and a 3-inch pipe work to basically to my bottom drain. I'm looking at around 325 quid. So that was the plan, and now my missus said, well, she wants a shed, why can't we do the two? So the plan is, if I spin you around, so down here, obviously this is where it was going to go with all this crap, but she's now saying that come down here, because we don't use this down here, this space here for a shed. So what I might do is have it so like the door will be here, the vat will run along this edge, basically just and then the other side will be a shed. So I've got to clear all this space. Yeah, basically just put a shed down here. But what the plan is I'm going to do, I'm not going to do a concrete base. Now some of you might be thinking, oh, you need a concrete base, but yeah, first job is I've cut this and I'm just going to push that out the way to give me some headroom, because I am not banging my head all day, and she wants to keep the roses, because what we want to do is on the front put the door in the middle, and then she wants 2 roses growing up the side, which isn't a big deal. It's just more hassle to try and keep stuff. I like to like get everything fresh and throw it away and start fresh. It's just quicker. But yeah, so what the plan is, I'm gonna work out some measurements now, and then 2 courses of block flat around the outskirts of it, like the perimeter, so you do your layout. And then what I'll do then is I'll screw the frame, and basically I'll make panels. So instead of building it outright, because you're right in the corner, as soon as I put the back piece up I can't get to the back of it, so I need to build the panel and basically have it finished cladded, so when I lift it up all I've got to do is put the 2 in, put a trim piece down the side, which I can do from leaning over the top, and then basically that's the outside walls done. And then the roof is just simple. I'm just going to do some rubber roof, quick job, literally throw it on, trim around the edge, done. And then that's it for them. Depending on what my work schedule's like, I might crack on over Christmas and do the grow on, but I'm not really in a rush, because obviously I've got my plugs down here, so I need to try and get the spark back in. I've had them in a few times, run the extra cable down into the shed to give it more, well, to give it plugs basically. But I know he was moaning because he was saying that it's all running off the same system, and I've ran it from the filter house. So it goes filter house, socket, another socket, and he's saying I'm coming to the end of, like, I don't know, your run of how many you can have, or the circuit or something like that, I don't know. I'll leave that. So this is basically what I've got. I've just pulled back because I know from obviously when I did this is like a concrete pad at the back, if you can just see the little bit there. Let me put this down. Yes, there's like a concrete pad, because that's where they used to have a greenhouse. It's not slabs, it's concrete. And then what they did is then they had like slabs at the front. So I'm going to block flat 2 course. Might even be 1. Is it 1? No, I'm going to do 2. Because I'll do 2 course. Because the first one will just be thrown down and the second one will be to get it level. And that's basically the outline. So it's 3.8 by 1.2. And then the front, I can't remember, it was 2 point something, 2.4 maybe. So yeah. But you wouldn't believe the amount of shit that gets accumulated over. Yeah, this was like when I was building the pond and the salon and stuff and the shed or whatever you want to call it. This was just the dumping area. Now I'm trying to sort the dumping area out. What the plan is with the floor, I want to do the 2 course of block, because then this in the middle, that will just be pushed to the edge. Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to do a concrete base, because it just means getting concrete from the front across my slabs to the back. And to be honest, looking at the size, I don't know whether I'm going to get a grow on in here or not. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But with the gravel, if I do decide to get one and there's any spillage, it literally will just, you know, drain away through. It's going to be a good like 4 inches of minimum 4 inches of gravel, and then obviously if I put more, I put more. But yeah. Another question is rose bushes. This was annoying me, so I've literally just cut it in half. I don't even know what you call it, like a little pagoda type thing. Yeah. Can you move? What time of year can you move roses? Because like I said earlier, she wants roses either side of the door, and they're here on that thing. So just let me know, can I just dig them up now or they die, or do I have to leave them? Because it would be better if I could just flatten this area to work, because at the moment I can work in here, but once I start doing the woodwork with the panelling, it's going to be a bit difficult trying to work. There's nowhere to work. I don't really want to work on the grass because everything will just get wet and you just get soaked. That's why I want to try and flatten this, and like I said, I've got to do it in panels. Right, got to clean my van out and then go get some blocks. Right, block work's all done. I'll go take you down there in a minute. Bigger problem now is I've just been sat watching the fish. The Yami. So what I've done is, probably last week, I got him out, cleaned the wound, and it started dying down, and I thought, oh yeah, it's going to just get, and now it's gone back the other way now, and it looks a little bit worse. So yeah, not looking too good. And I know the little black and white one, whatever that one is, I know that's not looking too good either. So I need to get them out really, and give them a strong. I'm not going to video it because, to be honest, I don't know what I'm doing, so there's no point me showing you guys what I'm doing and I'm just taking someone else's advice. So I'll just do that, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. But so looking at this, so this is where the wall will sit, so I've got this like overhang, but looking at it now, I don't know if I'm going to get a grow on in here. Because really I'd want it like here, so it's whether I take off like this patch here and then change the door and have the door here, so I'll come in, so this will all be like shed space. Oh, basically this is where I'm standing now. This will be like a little grow on vat filter there, because then what the plan is, the waste is going to be on the inside, it's going to run down, and then if I do it, I'm going to have to run it out, and then I'm going to have like a water butt here, and I'm either going to use it for the garden or put a sump in it and try and somehow pump that all the way up through down the back of the pond into the waste, because that's literally the closest waste. 4-inch waste is literally down the back, down here. So I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get away with a grow on here. Yeah. I'll see what it looks like when the doors are back up. But we'll see. Looks quite nice for a pond actually. A few people want to put the short up, that's all thinking it's going to be a pond, but I think my missus would slap my ass if I did that. Crap everywhere. Yeah, because I'm not too fussed. If it does end up being a shed, then I will just put the grow on where I said, just here. Makes no odds to me. So the only thing it would make is, so I'll probably put the walls up. I ain't going to get the spark in. Put the walls up, decide what I'm going to do, and then if it's not going to be a grow on, I won't put any power into it. I'll just leave it, because it'll just be a garden shed with crap in it. But if it is, what I'll probably do is I'll get him to take the sockets off just on the wall where I was going to put it, extend them, put like a block on it, extend that down, so I've only got sockets there, I haven't got sockets here. Or if he says I can get away with adding more sockets, I will add more sockets, but I'm pretty sure he'll say it's a no-go. Yeah, it's cold, but I'm gonna have to get these fish out and have a look. So what I'll probably do is I'll get them out, sedate them, let you guys see what it looks like, and then I'm just going to PP it anyway, and then get them back in the pond. Right, so I've had to pull the scale out because this is all like flesh, but I believe because it is bleeding that it's good. But see all this is what I want to get rid of, all this manky flesh there. So I'm going to quickly put it down now and try and sort this out. But so see, I've had to pull the scale out. Well, I didn't have to, it literally fell out. So I'm going to PP and try and get it underneath this pocket scale here and try and sort this. This is the next one. So this, see how that's that colour? It used to be this, like, so when I cleaned it out the last time, they've like swapped. So that one was red. So it's all this, I think. It might be. So I've just put that on back in the sedate for another few minutes, just for it to properly calm down. I don't want it flicking about while I'm trying to, even though all I've got to do is clean it up. But that's the plan. I'm gonna basically just put some PP on it. But like I said, the front of it, when I got it out last week, it was like green and didn't look the best. And now it's like sort of flipped, so I think cleaning it has done the job. Yeah. It is what it is, isn't it? Have a go at this and then put my hand, the state of my hands, like. Yeah. It is what it is, isn't it? Right, and this is the last one. That is obviously, it's just been getting bigger and like, so it started off red and now it's proper took a few mil out. Oh, focus. Yeah, so all right. Not what you want to be doing on a Friday afternoon. Oh. Yeah, especially when I could have been getting on with a shed. But anyway, they're all sorted now. So what I did is, if you can tell by my state of my fingers, yeah, so I got PP crystals. There's a few people, like you'll see other people like Black Country Koi, he done it. I think Skeggy does it. Basically, I've got the crystals and I didn't even water it down. I literally put a drop in, so it turns into a paste, and then basically dried the wound out, applied the paste, left it for a good few minutes, probably 2-3 minutes. As soon as it started kicking again, then obviously I had to put it back in the water, but because they were on its side, I held it on its side in the pond to give it another like 30-40 seconds just to try and make it crystallise and dry up basically. Honestly, I'm sat here now, that yummy looks absolutely rotten now. It's all gone. I'll try and get a little video, put it at the end. It just looks dirty now. Yeah, so that's all I did basically. Cleaned the wound, dried it off, put some PP crystals in. Yeah, not what I want to be doing. Really, if this doesn't work, I'm out. I don't know. So if anyone wants to comment below, what would you do next if this doesn't heal the fish? Yeah, help me down for a little bit. I like just sitting back and feeding them and watching them grow. Don't really like this bit of getting them out, trying to really clean them up and stuff like that. Not what I want to be doing. But yeah, so the fish are sort of sorted now for another week. Pond, so basically I'm trying to do it as cheap as possible, but still do keep the quality, because there's no point me throwing it up in seconds for it to, you know, break down and rot in a year or so. Do you know what I mean? So plan next is I've got all the wood in the back of the van. I'm just looking at cladding, because the cheapest cladding I think the cladding looks nice. If you get soffit board, a bit like, I thought it was that stuff, you can get it, because to be honest, I don't care about the name, but I can see. If I do the 3 sides that I'm not going to see from the house, because it's tucked right up against the shed, it's going to be white. And that stuff's like £10 up for 5 metres, which is cheap. So I can get a few lengths of that. And basically, like I said in the last little few clips, is I'm going to build the panels, put the OSB on, and then clad. So it's basically just a wall. And then I'll lean the wall up and screw them all together in place, and then screw them down into the block, because I'm not going to be able to get around the sides to clad it. So I'm just looking at prices for that, really, because I've looked at the cladding that I've used for this, and it's gone up stupid again. I think it's like £70 a square metre, which for a shed I'm not using. So until next time, probably cladding there, deciding about the quarantine. What do you think I should do? Quarantine or just a shed? I think it's going to be a shed, to be honest, the way it's going, the size of it. I want to try and get 1,000 litres as a quarantine. Or not quite. It's not really going to be a quarantine. Obviously it will be if I have a problem with a fish, but it's mainly going to be just the enjoyment of growing, you know, little tow on, trying to see what you can get out of a few cheaper the fish. But yeah, thanks for watching as always, and comment below.